So the thing about these, one, the audacity of the artist or the manufacturer who is putting these together. As a guy that's into sneakers, there's a sense of anger and you're like, come on, like this is so obviously wrong. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of people hop on Wish and buy sneakers and unbox them or either show them on YouTube. And I had never really been on Wish. So today I decided, well, let's go take a look and see what they have. Something that's super hype right now, Yeezys. They're still got a lot of energy behind them. So I typed in Yeezy and wow, just wow, some very interesting shoes here. So there is this one, which is described as men's breathable running shoes, comfortable sneakers, fashion shoes, sports shoes, jogging shoes, walking shoes. Very, very interesting. Comes in a couple of different colorways. There's a white one, there's a brown one. The brown one looks pretty cool. There's a black one as well. But let's see, it's $9. Let's see, get my size here. So they don't have my size, so I have to pick the Euro sizes. So it's 44, 45, and there's the doorbell. So the other one that I saw, which was the most interesting of these, is a take on the 4D. So I really love what Adidas is doing with the 4D, just the concept, the ability to make shoes. And then there's this thought that eventually Adidas will get to the point where they're making shoes like this for you in store. So I want to see what they have, and it's actually more expensive than the last one. So this one here is called Spring New Fashion Men's Casual Sports Shoes, Comfortable Stretch Running Shoes. And I don't know how long this is going to take to get here. Hopefully it's like a week, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, because it's coming from overseas, I imagine. But we shall see. Okay, so ordered the shoes. You guys saw that I got them online. So this is the first time that I'm going to see them in person. I tried to peek a little bit, but then I didn't want to spoil it, so I waited until we got on camera. And let's see what these things look like in real life. So yeah, so this is the, I don't even know what to call it. It's like the Yeezy Fly Knit Reebok Adidas Nike shoe. So I guess there's a lot of things that come to mind. Like you see the 350 V2 on top, kinda, but then it has like this, I'm gonna say snake skin sort of pattern made out of the Fly Knit. You can see that the shape is really bad. Like the toe, like it's just misshapen there at the toe. There, they have the 350 V2 heel cup thing there, and then this says Wallovo, Fivel. I don't know if it's, I don't know what Wallovo. It says we level. I thought it was maybe supposed to say welcome. I don't know. But it says WELOVEL. This reminds me a lot of the Vince Carter, the basketball shoes, the BBs, but this isn't that obviously. And then it also kind of reminds me of the Spring Blade from Adidas, but it's the whole shoe and not just like the blades, they're all connected. But then it almost kind of has a 4D vibe because everything's all connected together. So this could be 3D printed, I don't know. This is a mix of 4 or 5 different shoes put into one. And don't get me wrong, there is an art to that. We see remix culture that does this all the time. You see memes that do this all the time where they remix all of these different ideas and art installations and themes and ideas together. And that's a little bit of what you're getting here. So if I look at it from that angle, you see there's someone trying to mix up all of these ideas and all of these thoughts together to create something new. And in a sense, they have created something completely new. And the part about it is that there is actually an audience for this. There's going to be someone out there that's going to see this and think, that's dope. I want that. I want a pair of those. Who am I to tell them not to like it or not to buy it? So this is the second pair. So my team put it in a different box than what it came in so they wouldn't give it away. Let's jump right in and see what we have. Oh man. This is so, oh, and then the bottom is different. Oh gosh, there's so many words in my head. So this obviously is modeled after the Yeezy 350, which you can see at the top, but then this is like super exaggerated for the shoe opening. I guess that's to make sure you can get your foot in, because there's a little stretch, but not really what you want in terms of stretch. There's obviously no boost here, and then they have, this is supposed to be 4D. Now 4D, for those that don't know, is Adidas. They have this new technology where they're actually 3D printing the midsole of shoes, and they're working with this company that does it, and it looks really beautiful on the shoe, and the way that the patterns crisscross each other looks really, really great. But then you have this, and it is not that at all. This is just a rubber slab, and it looks like they just put it into a mold. So you have this rubber midsole that has the 4D pattern, but it's all one solid piece. The 4D shoes, they're actually in multiple pieces. You can see from one side to the other, and this one is just a solid rubber block, and it's not even good rubber. Look, I mean, look how flimsy this is. This is literally like the most flimsy thing. On the other side of that is the sneakerhead in me, the guy that appreciates the work that Kanye is doing, that Mark Dolce, that Tinker Hatfield, that all of these designers, that the work that they're doing to create these unique designs that transmit a very individual message. But then you get this that takes those messages and mashes them up together, and it loses the authenticity of that real message. Now, some people like this though. Again, there's some people who like this. There's the YouTube audience that's going to see this, or the YouTube creator that's into like the clickbaity stuff, and they're going to get something like this and they're going to show it off and they're going to make it a big deal and tell you to get it. That's not who I am. I'm not going to tell you to get this. I'm going to tell you that this is a mashup of a bunch of different things. And before you buy this, if this is something that you do like, before you buy it, my idea would be, let me educate you on all the things that it's not, or all the things that it came from in order to get here. And from here, then you make the decision on whether or not this is something that you actually want to buy. Okay, so we wanted to take this a step further. As you can see, I'm blindfolded, and I had my team mix up the shoes with some of the shoes we got from Wish and some of the shoes that I have here in my own personal collection. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one, I'm going to put it on and see how it feels, and see if I can tell the difference between the shoes that we got from Wish just from touching the upper. I'm going to try not to touch the midsoles or the outsoles, because I think that's definitely going to give it away, and just see which one I know is real and which one I know is fake. I feel like I'm probably not a good person for this because I know shoes so well, but we'll see. So first shoe is this one. So this, hopefully I got the left foot. So yeah, this is the fake one. For one, it's super flat. Like there's no curve in the shoe as well. The material, it does feel a little, I would say, rougher than a regular prime knit would feel. If you wore knockoff shoes, the one thing that will automatically give them away is how flat they are. They don't conform to the shape of your foot at all. It's literally just a flat, like almost like you're walking on a piece of wood. And with these, you can feel that as well. And hold on, let's stand up here. Yeah, there's no cushioning either. It's almost like wearing a pair of Chuck Taylors, like a pair of All-Stars. So if you've ever worn All-Stars, then you know that's what that feels like. This one feels a little better. If like the quality, it feels like you can, just from me touching it, I can feel like the quality of the materials feel better. Even with just that alone, I would say that these are real. The upper feels a lot better on my foot. It feels like a more quality material, but I don't know what this is, but definitely feels better. So for me, obviously going back and forth between the fake one and the real one, there are a few things that jump to me. Part of that is because I wear so many sneakers and I know how they feel. I wear test sneakers, so I know how a shoe should fit my foot and how it should feel on my foot. And so when there isn't when it's just about the outside design and the outside of the way that a shoe looks and not the way that a shoe feels, then I can determine the difference between something fake and something real. But that may not be the case for everyone. I would hope that people would be able to put their foot into the fake pair and see how flat that feels and how almost unsturdy it feels, like it's just not put together very well, versus a pair of shoes that are really thought out, it's thoughtfully made, the insole is thoughtfully made, the way that it fits on your foot and the shape of your foot and the arch of your foot and the way it goes against your heel and the way it supports your heel, all those things put together make for a complete shoe and not just the way that it looks. And the things that people are doing on Wish is they're just giving you what the shoe looks like and not the way it feels. And really, the way it feels is half the battle when it comes to sneakers, especially if you're gonna be wearing them around all day long. So another perspective that you can look at when it comes to things like this or shoes like this is the price point. As many of you know that follow me, I didn't have the best upbringing where I could just afford any shoes that I want. So I actually wore a lot of what would be considered now knockoff shoes. I literally got my shoes from Kmart. There's an entire video on this channel about that. And when it comes to something like this, the reason why I don't get necessarily angry or mad at someone that sees this and buys this is because at some point in my life, I was that person. Now I'm blessed and lucky enough where I can afford to buy these shoes. But there is an entire community out there, an entire group of people that love shoes just as much as I do. And when they see something like this is their opportunity to kind of get a piece of that world. When you love something like sneakers, or whether it's comic books, or whether it's art, or whether it's basketball, whether it's any of these things, whatever it could be, you want a piece of that and you want to get a hold of a piece of that. And so you do whatever it takes to get your hands on it. And if that means you have to spend $30 to get something like this because you want a Yeezy shoe so bad, you want a piece of that world so bad that you end up getting this until you can actually afford to get the full version of that shoe. So for me, I look at this and yes, I know this isn't the real thing, but I can understand and I can relate to someone that goes to their parent and says, hey, mom, I want a pair of Yeezy 350 V2s, or I want an Adidas 4D. And the parent is not like, I'm not going to spend $300 on a pair of shoes. Like, we're barely paying rent this month and $300 is a quarter of that rent. So there's no way I'm going to spend that for you on a pair of shoes. But $30? Yeah, I'll spend $30 on a pair of shoes for you. Or even as a parent, you may go online and get this for your kid and spend $30 thinking this is the closest thing possible that you could get your kid in order for them to feel that joy that you know they want to feel, or that confidence that you know they're going to feel when they get a Yeezy shoe. So yes, it's not the real thing. Yes, it's a knockoff. No, it's not going to get you the clout that you want. But if you're trying to reach into that world and you want a piece of that world in order to help you frame or to understand what it is to have that physical product in your hand, I can see and understand the pathway that someone would go down in order to get a pair of these, because I was at Kmart getting the fake Air Jordans the same way that someone was online buying these and thinking they were getting a Yeezy. That's a shoehorn if I've ever seen one. Oh my gosh. I have slides that are better built than this. Bend them a little bit. There, I should bend them a lot. It's shaped the correct way, but it has holes in it. I don't know if you guys, and we level, but enough of that. So this video went a couple of different ways. You saw me order the shoes. You saw me and my surprise when I opened the box, when I got them. You saw me try them on, but you've also heard me talk about them. And I think the overall thing that I wanted to get across with this video is that, one, you get what you like. If you like these, get them. Don't let anything that happened in this video prevent you from getting these. But at the same time, the purpose of this video as well was to educate you and give you some insight as to why people look at these the way they do, why society looks at these the way they do, but also why there are certain members of society that will understand why you got these as well. Do I recommend you get these? No, I don't. I would definitely suggest against you getting these, and instead of spending the $30 to get these, save up your money until you can get the real thing. I think you'll enjoy it more. I think the intent of you getting it will be better for you, and I think the experience of wearing it out into the world will be better for you as well. So that's really, I guess, the point of all of this, is to educate yourself on what you want and educate yourself on the real thing, and then make the decision on what you want to get. If you want Wish, go to Wish. But I would say, just wait and get the real thing.